Welcome back to the shop at Dill's Tavern. When you were here before, we were beginning to look at this piece and to analyze it and find out some exciting things about it. It is descended from a well-known family in Nantucket. The Coffin family, Peter Coffin is the name of the family. There were 9 men who purchased Nantucket in about 1651, and Peter Coffin was one of the men who purchased it, and this is from that family. One of the things we had talked about earlier is that the feet are really destroyed except for one. So what we're going to be working on over here, we have a few pieces that are left and we need to start reconstructing. We are found wood that is of the appropriate age and of the same kind of wood, mahogany, that we're going to be rebuilding these pieces from. So this is piece has a really nasty little crack in here, which we'll have to address. And this is for the front left corner. This was really heavily damaged. So we will have to put that back together. It's cracked over here as well, just holding on barely. And then by using the shape of this, we'll have to make a pattern and then to put that same bottom on these. And then the back leg on the other side is completely missing as well. So once we get that all back together, then we'll move on with the rest of it. But we want to get the old desk sitting back on its own feet again. Another project that we've been working with is this beautiful little Chippendale chair. Chippendale chair dates from about 1760 to about 1775. And from the attributes of the chair, we think it's Irish. And we narrowed that down. We'll never know for sure because of the wood that's used and also the stylistic way that they put the pieces together. For example, if this were a Philadelphia chair, all the pieces would tend to be joined with 2 pins. This one has a single pin. So that would be one giveaway. The blocks inside that hold the seat up, if it's Philadelphia, would tend to be round block, cut off, almost like a circle, cut in 4 pieces, and then we put a block inside, one here. But this is built differently, typical of what is Irish. Another possibility is it could be from Massachusetts, but we're kind of pulling for Ireland since our founder, Mr. Dill, is from Scots-Irish. So, but it's beautiful oak. When we got it, the seat was missing. So part of the research that we were doing was how to rebuild the seat and do it exactly as it was built originally. And that was part of the fun. We built the wooden frame and got that to fit. Then the next thing that the instructions that we got, which are from the period, said that you put webbing on it, okay? So we put webbing in it, we wove it, crisscrossed it, it's woven, it's tacked fast. That's easy. The next layer, it says apply a layer of hessian. We had no idea what a hessian was. We did some further research and we finally found someone who knew what it was. It's burlap. So we put the burlap on. After that then was called bridle stitching, okay? And it goes around the edges and then across diagonally. And under the reason for that, you leave it loose enough that you can get a finger in under it. And under that, you stuff horsehair. So this is upholstered with horsehair. Over top of the horsehair is then a piece of calico, and does not refer to a pattern, but the type of cloth. It's similar to mom's towel hanging at the sink, okay, a coarse weave. That goes on there. Now the next layer is what was called a layer of skin. It's a much tighter weave cotton, similar to what you'd have in a pillowcase. But one side of it was covered with glue, and then applied to that, it was about 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick cotton batting. That went over top of the calico, so now you no longer have the horsehair sticking up through and poking you in the bottom. Next layer over top of that is a layer of the cotton cloth again, similar to the skin, but now much thicker cotton batting called the chameau. After that, we decided on looking at some of the early examples, and we got a new piece of leather and we experimented with dyeing it with traditional dyes and so forth and traditional finishes. So the fun thing is that this whole seat was rebuilt the way it had been originally built, somewhere between 1760 and 1775. So thank you for stopping by and joining us. We'll talk to you in the future. Bye-bye.